the thing is, if you don't like being called a slave, if this touched you on a certain level, then I'm gonna give you a little help right here. I'm gonna give you a small test to figure out whether or not you are a slave, okay? First test, put your cell phone down for 48 hours. Walk away from it. That's it. If you cannot make it 48 hours, you're a slave, period. Go 2 weeks with only cooking your food, no out food. If you can do that, you're not a slave. Disagree with something and have a point, and not just be an emotionally tied point, then you're not a slave. But if you cannot do these things, then you are being bound. You're being held by something. And you need to free everything. Fuck that. If you meet Buddha, kill Buddha. If you have a bad father, let him go too. Be a slave to only your own ambition and your own intent. Period.
That's right. Let them know how to get to.
Ask the streets.
Ask the streets. Ask the streets.
I like that one.
Whoa, boy. Live and direct, nigga. Shot down. Put your seeds on.
The Blackstones love me, the gangsta niggas love me, the Vice Lords love me, and the Foe niggas love me, the MCs love me, the BDs love me, the Latin Dragon and the Latin King niggas love me, the whole niggas love me, the real niggas love me, the fake niggas love me, and the real niggas love me, the soul niggas love me, the cold niggas love me, the west side and the low niggas love me. I'm a beast.
Nigga, check my pedigree. Talk slick, ass kick. Watch.
Hey, bro, you got a second, bro? You busy, bro? Just quick little interview. I want to talk to you real quick.
Okay.
Question: what do you think of the Kanye West situation? What do you think of his opinion?
No part in that.
No, I mean, I just want to know your opinion, bro.
Honestly, I think. Honestly,
bro, just be real. Say whatever you want to say.
I think he's trying to send out messages in his own way.
Okay.
Some people can't talk, some people are afraid to talk. I feel like he talks, but he don't say what he want to say. I think he say enough for people that's a way to catch on.
I got you. So let me ask you this. I don't want to know whether you agree with his message or not, but more so, do you think he has the right to deliver his message? You know, regardless of people's emotional reaction.
Deliver his message on what?
On slavery, on how the fashion industry is ran, on how his friendship with Donald Trump is. I mean, he gave a distinct opinion that 400 years of slavery is a choice. So do you feel that 400 years of slavery is a choice?
Yes and no.
Yes and no. Explain to me. Talk to me.
Yes and no. I say no because when you have a certain group of people being oppressed,
right,
by power, yeah, you have a choice, but not two people are willing to fight for what they believe in. So you had a few people that were slaves that was fighting and ended up dead as examples. True. They don't talk about these people. So when he said you have a choice, you do have a choice. Being a man that you are, if you're a man of your truth and you feel like what is being done is wrong, you're willing to die for your truth.
Right. So you telling me it's definitely for dishonor?
I'm saying that it depends on what your truth is. You feel like that it's better to do what you dealing with than die, then you living in somebody else's truth. So he's basically saying the people that fought, the people that died, are the people that really didn't want to be in that situation.
True. Now I agree. Now let me ask you this question: is that the same as him judging those people? Does that sound like he's judging them? To me, he's just making a statement. He just said that that's a choice, and that is a choice. Now, is that also a judgment?
That's his opinion.
It's an opinion, but is he judging them? In your opinion, is he judging our ancestors?
I say yeah.
You say
yeah? I feel yeah.
Why do you feel that?
So I can honestly say yeah. Because he feel like if you feel like it was wrong, you should have fought. You should have fought more and not went into it. Like should have fought. Some people that fight, but it all depends. We doing it today. People doing it today.
Explain that. Talk to me. I would definitely want to hear your opinion on it.
Okay, we doing it today. Me, I've been having problems. I used to work for CCA.
Right.
I've been knowing for a long time that I should own my own businesses.
True.
They worry about the 10-year cycle in Chicago where they push people out. They hike the rent first. Now you can't afford it. Now you got to move out and they rotate. Right. The thing is, I feel like if you have no type of issues, then you should break the cycle. You got to break the cycle. So how do you break the cycles? I have to do with finance and getting businesses for yourself. So I'm about to open me a business. I'm going to open me a business up north, so I'm working on that to break the cycle.
Now here go the next question. Before you go, this last question, okay? Last question. Now, you just said you're going to open a business for yourself, right?
Yes.
It's a knowing statement that we make amongst each other that black people don't support black businesses. My question to you is, why do you think that is, and what should we do about changing it?
Okay. That's not necessarily that's not necessarily right. It's to extent it's a thought process.
I mean, but that is a stand. It's like we all say that.
But it's a thought process though. Most of the things that we bring into our life or that we follow is from what we've been taught. So if we have a bad experience, we automatically tie it to that stigma. That's not necessarily right.
Let me stop you right there. Let me ask you this question, just relating to what you just said.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, if you only react to what you've been taught, is that education a form of slavery?
Yes.
So a lot of us can be slaves and not know it.
Exactly. Mentally slaves.
Thank you, brother. I really appreciate that. What's your name, brother?
My name is Toy Battle.
Toy Battle. What's your name on Facebook, bro?
Toy Battle.
Toy Battle.
Yeah, I'm on there. Toy Battle. I got a blue Saints hat.
All right, bro. All right, here's the thing. Question I want to ask you, bro, is that Kanye West said that 400 years of slavery is a choice. Was he out of pocket for saying that, and what's your opinion on that?
I don't think he was out of pocket, bro.
You don't think he was out of pocket?
I don't think he was out of pocket. I feel we did have a choice. Well, I said we had a choice because, like he said, we had the numbers.
Okay.
Eventually you're gonna get tired of shit. You get fed up with a lot of shit you do.
Right.
You're gonna do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Differently. There's like, okay, I'll say I smoke weed. I'm tired of smoking weed.
Right, I guess.
It ain't give me nowhere, give me no job out the band. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna stop smoking this weed to do what I gotta do. Right. I'm a slave. I'm tired of doing what these people say. I feel like we're in modern day slavery now.
Modern day slavery
now. Because there's a lot we should be able to do. We should stand up, bro. I feel we should stand up, bro. Not as just blacks, period.
Thank you for saying that,
not
bro.
Just
Thank you for saying it, bro. I thought you was gonna keep that racial, and I'm really glad you put that up.
It's bigger than racial.
Now, slavery, what they did was they didn't emancipate us, bro. What they did was they found a way to spread out slavery like a shotgun blast with economics and shit like that.
And they was mad about Lincoln about that. That's why they executed him.
You're a smart brother, bro. I definitely appreciate talking to you. Let me ask you this question though. Now, even though you say you agree with some of his message, right? The question I want to ask you is, do you agree with his approach? If how he said it, was he wrong for putting it the way he did, knowing that it may touch some emotional strings out here in the black public?
I see what people, everybody got their own opinion. I see what people got offended by, like, I forgot his name, but he got offended, one on TMZ.
Right. I forgot his dude's name.
I can't really say because everybody got a different approach. That's why you got to understand where they coming from. Like when he was talking to T.I., they say you had to sit there and let them explain to you. You probably can't say it like another person can say it. You know what I'm saying?
True.
I felt I did the same way. You gotta say how you feel about it. Like that. As a man, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna come and tell you straight 100. Look, y'all took that choice. That was y'all choice. Y'all made that choice when y'all could have stood up. Absolutely. Y'all ain't have to keep on sitting here letting them fucking tell y'all what to do and how to do it. Because you a man, we all equal.
We all equal.
So ain't no
such thing as a king.
Ain't nobody bigger than the next man.
There's none of that.
Ain't no king, queen, none
of
that.
You got 10 toes, I got 10 toes, right? My brother, I appreciate it. Brian, let me ask you a question. And have you seen the Kanye West interview?
I heard about it, and I had to say I was listening to it. I hadn't heard, they said he hadn't commented on some things.
Well, let me break down.
Since his mom had died, he had been through changes. That's my basic grip of everything. My mom over his mom, and you know what I'm saying.
Let me bring the question to you like this. Do you believe that 400 years of slavery is a choice?
A choice.
A choice.
Whether or not slavery is not a choice. Slavery has been taken over. We don't have a choice of whether or not we were slaves. We were taken from our land.
What's the other option?
I'm saying when that's why we don't have an option. In a sense, to be free and get away.
No. There's an option. There's always an option.
Well, you have a great point there. You can say that there is an option to that.
Death is always an option. There's always an option.
I'm saying
fight to the death is always an option.
I'm saying escape. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But whether or not we had a choice as the people we were at the time we were taking is whether or not is questionable, primarily because the circumstance as where we were at the time.
No, we didn't didn't have a choice about being taken, but we had a choice about being slaves. Let me break this down to you. Let me ask you a question here. Okay, you ready for this?
Sure.
If a young child is kidnapped, are they classified as slaves?
To an extent.
Are they classified as slaves?
Kidnapped people?
As kidnapped people. If they're just taken,
it's a similarity.
It's a similarity. The only similarity is being held against your will. Okay, now let's take a whole nother point. If a person is forced to work, is he a slave?
If he's forced to work.
Forced to work, is he a slave? Does that make him a slave? That's not just forced labor?
It's similar.
It's similar. The thing is, once you combine the two, those are still not slavery. Because you know what? You're just being held and forced to work. You're not a slave until you accept the system. Am I wrong?
Based on your educational background on the situation or the topic. No, I'm just saying, based on your educational background on the topic, I think the slavery is coming in clear. Slavery is we have choices. There are different ways to make somebody a slave. You can enslave your own self to a system.
Absolutely.
You know, you can say, I want this, and I'm dedicating myself to this to the point where you don't let yourself go from it. You know,
that desire enslaves you, right?
Like desire to make a video can enslave you.
Exactly. The desire for love is like really enslaves most of our people. Think about it. We live our life just looking for the opposite sex.
True. I mean, that's what we meant to do. Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Whether or not we stand by those words.
Take it to a whole other level. I'm not trying to hit on my brother.
That's what they say. They say Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
That's beyond my scope of practice, bro.
Oh, you might have a drink. I don't know. What is this for, Columbia?
I appreciate your
or
time,
CSU?
Bro. I'm sorry?
CSU or Columbia?
You're a handsome young man. Get on over here. What's wrong with him? You scared you don't want to be in it?
Nah, it ain't that. It's just, I just don't know that, you know. Go ahead, do your thing, do your thing.
She gonna be the centerpiece, that's why she there. You ready? All right, so, question. Have you seen this whole interview with Kanye West?
Yes.
What did you think about it?
It was ignorant. It was real ignorant.
Why do you say that?
I say it's ignorant because you can't go based upon 400 years of slavery where your ancestors were born into it, but you was born into freedom, so you can't have no say in the mental capacity that they had when they were pushed into it.
I agree with that. I totally like where you're coming from with that. Let me ask you a question, okay? Even if you're born into anything, right? Well, you're obviously not a parent, but how long would you watch your daughter get raped before you fall to the death?
Not even a minute.
How many times would it happen before you were hung yourself? The first time, wasn't it? The first time you ain't trying, right? So we have to understand that when people say the elders have failed us, they're not attacking them because of what they did at the time. They were survival-based thinking. But really, we got to ask ourselves this: when does quitting happen?
It's all a mental mind. It's a mind game.
It's a mind game. So is mental slavery worse than physical slavery?
Yes.
Why do you say that?
Your mental, okay, so with certain people, their mental levels aren't as high as others, so they can only take so much. And with the way that they were brought into it with no education whatsoever, what was installed into their brain was what they kept installed until somebody pushed them to go outside of that membrane.
So basically slavery became an automatic thing, so basically they didn't even have to slave no more because the parents' mindsets were already created.
They thought they were weak.
They were slaves on a whim, right? It's automatically, right? And I get that. What has changed from now?
Nothing changed. We're not in the chains. The chains aren't visible, but they're still there.
What's your name, sweetie?
L'Oreal.
What's your mama name?
Lolita.
Lolita, you better say hi to your mama because she did her thing. And you are not gonna get away without saying nothing, bro. I was gonna say, how do you feel about 400 years of slavery being a choice?
Well, I mean, it's bad, but I mean,
it's a choice. Is slavery a choice?
Yeah, no.
No?
No. Well,
You like the question.
slavery a choice.
Wait. I was gonna go off what he was
Talk
saying.
to me.
The mental and the physical. Physical, what I can say about that is it only impacts a certain amount of people. But when you say mental, that impacts like a whole generation or a whole type of people, you know. That's what I'm saying. That's what I would say about that.
We're still under the umbrella of slavery.
Yeah, basically.
I really enjoy talking to you.
Thank you, though.
You guys have you seen the Kanye West interview?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What do you think of it? What are your thoughts?
I think them white folks cloned Kanye, and he ain't been the same since he got out the hospital. But, you know, it is what it is. Kanye like drama, so if he ain't dramified from this situation.
Let me ask you this. What do you think about 400 years of slavery being a choice? That's the question I really want to know.
Well, that's like a sneak question. Because everybody know what slavery is. White folks, black folks, we all know what slavery is.
And so is there a choice?
No, it ain't no choice.
Why is there not a choice? What are the options?
I think the options was that we was captivated or captive.
Okay.
And put in a situation.
And we had no choice.
That we had no choice about.
We couldn't fall to the death?
Yes,
that's a choice.
Yes, we could have.
That's a choice.
I believe that's what Kanye was saying.
Exactly.
So, you know.
And like, let me tell you how that works out. If you fight to the death, you may not become an African American, you might be a Haitian.
Right.
Think about that. Think about that concept. Some fall to the death and they thrive, bro. So my question is he wrong by saying 400 years of slavery is a choice?
It all depends on how you look at it.
True.
You feel me?
I give you that.
If you feel like, you know what I'm saying, if you could have rebelled against the system, then it wouldn't have been 400 years of slavery. But since it was accepted and it was a process like America is now with the black folks, it is what it is.
I appreciate that, bro. I really do. I appreciate you, brother.
He was tweaking off some drugs.
Okay, let me ask you this question. Do you think 400 years of slavery is a choice?
No.
Why not?
Because we was bought and sold to this country.
Okay. And
it's not a choice
we could do?
It was not a choice. I'll give it to you like this. It's too many people of our race. First of all, it's too many of them that say, the white man say you're black, so you accept that. You're a nigga, you accept that. Not of our race that put Trump into the White House, that was of his race, that he stabbed in the back. So answer this question for me, since you asked me a question. Let me ask you a question.
I got you.
Why is it that Bill Cosby wants to be sent to jail for 30 years for what the women say that he did?
Okay.
But Trump ain't going to jail for what the same women saying that he did.
Okay, that's an obvious answer. But let me retort that with another question. Are you saying to me that he gets to get away with rape because a white person gets away with gets away with it?
I don't say. I'm not saying
that's
that.
The way I just took what you said.
Okay. Let me clarify that.
You said it should be equal, right?
I feel like this. God said all men were created in His likeness and His image and equal.
Yeah.
So what's good for one should be good for the other.
I totally agree.
And they should get the same sentence and
that's the subject of white supremacy. And you can't blame Trump for white supremacy. He's white. That's true. They just happen to be supreme at the moment. But if you were white, you would be proud of that.
No,
you would be proud. Yes, you would.
You know what?
If you were born white, you would be proud of being white. The thing is, we're self-proud. It's not that people are black proud. We're self-proud. You just happen to be black because if you were Mexican, you'd be proud of that, and there's nothing wrong with that.
And that's the issue right there.
You wouldn't love yourself if you were Mexican?
No, not if I wouldn't love myself as I was Mexican. But see, the thing of it is
you wouldn't love yourself if you were white?
I'm not white. It's not that. It's that I'm not black. Black is a color. You cannot label me a color. I am not black.
I get what you're saying. Well, let's not say black. Let's just say people like us.
Of our race.
Not even race, because of our species.
Okay, of our species.
Let's go species. So people of our species, right? You get what I'm saying? Now the question is, what was it? I got lost at that.
See?
She called me with that because she was telling the truth. She called me with the black one. I couldn't even argue that one. I was like, damn, got me. But man, what was the topic? What was we at with that? Because I was trying to.
I feel like
let me get you involved with. All right, so question. Let me ask you this: have you seen the Kanye West interview?
I've seen parts of it.
Parts of it. You didn't finish it?
Did I visit it?
I mean, no, finish it. You didn't even finish it?
No, not at all.
Why is
once he said that slavery was a choice,
right?
That was the end of the pretty much what I wanted to hear. I didn't want to hear anymore because I thought that for someone to make a statement like that, being a black man,
right?
First of all, he's confused.
Really?
Absolutely, because I don't think it was a choice.
Why not? Why don't you think it was a choice?
Well, first of all, for those who survived, they made a decision and a choice.
A decision?
They made a decision.
Which is a choice.
Yeah, but they made a decision to stay alive.
Which is a choice.
For their ancestors. No, but he said slavery.
It was a choice, bro.
But that
you can always die.
To me,
you can fight to the death.
No, come on. I mean, people want to live. People want to live.
Okay, well let me ask you.
People want to live.
True,
that's
true.
that's natural.
Let me ask you this
that's
question,
a human
brother.
nature.
True. Let me
Human
ask you a
nature.
question.
People want to live.
Well, let me ask you this question. So you telling me that if black people as a whole would have decided and fought against slavery to the death, that we would not be here anymore?
No, I'm not saying that. That's what you said.
I'm asking you. That's what I asked you.
I don't agree with that.
What do you think would happen?
I just think that, first of all, see, whites wasn't going in villages to bring slaves back. For some of those people, it took them 2 to 3 weeks to get to the shore.
True.
Those were people that looked like you and I that brought them back to the shore.
Absolutely, I agree.
So to me, Kanye West, see, I always say, I'm a descendant of kings and queens.
Yeah.
He's a descendant of people that captured slaves and brought them back. See, I think that he's one of their descendants.
And let me say, bro.
It's kind of interesting, isn't it? See, I think who we are shows up.
You don't think we're still slaves now?
Well, mentally, if you allow yourself to be. See, we have choices and we can make decisions. My opinion is this: no one dictates your value but you. You hold that in your hands. No one can tell you your worth.
But there's one thing about that though. It's just no one can tell you your worth and no one can calculate your worth, right? But the instrument that you measure your worth with was taught to you by white supremacy. Your education was taught to you by
Wait a minute. See, I don't have to buy into. See, I got an option today.
Okay,
I got an option today.
What language do you speak?
Well, I mean, I speak the native language, which is English.
Do you speak another?
No, I mean,
that's a choice.
I speak English.
What's your last name? We know what our last name is.
Okay, but wait a minute. Going back to our worth, I said worth. You talking about what language and did I buy into that culture?
Because you buy into that culture is how you determine your worth. Because the clothes we're wearing.
How I determine my worth is what I'm willing to put in. See, I can create my own job. I don't have to wait on them to allow me and afford me an income.
Right.
See, I can create that on my own. I don't need them. I don't need the system to tell me this is how much money you can have.
Here's the question though. What are you buying?
That's what I mean when I say
what are you buying with that money? How do you dress? All of this is a part of that, bro.
Yeah,
that's part of your worth. That's part of who you are.
It's a part of
who you are.
It's part of your character. It's a part of character,
which
but
is
it's not
built into you by your education and your society.
But see now you getting to the point now.
Talk to me.
You're saying that we all clones. We all got a hand up our back and we manipulated and controlled.
We are.
Yeah.
You know why?
But I'm saying that it doesn't always have to be that. See, if I buy into that, if I accept that, see, words are power to me.
Okay.
See, if I say something, now I got to internalize that. See, what you telling me, I got to internalize that. I got to feel that.
True. I agree.
I got to have a passion for. See, I don't.
But you do. And
not for everything you say.
Not for everything, but I'm gonna tell you what you do.
For some of it, I accept because the system and society that I live in.
Right.
So I was born into this.
Exactly.
Just like it said in the Bible, I was born into sin.
Yes.
But I don't have to live in sin.
That's all I was gonna say, brother.
But I don't have to live like that.
Because we're born in this, we have no choice into the mind state that we were born and raised into. So the choice comes later.
Well, we live in that choice now.
But are we though? Are we though? Why do you shave your beard?
Let me ask you a question.
Why do you shave your beard?
I don't. You see it. You see it.
It's lower than it will grow naturally. So it means you shave it.
No, for me, I don't.
Bro,
mine is not growing. I'm 62.
Don't grow it all.
I'm 62.
Man, I hate those jeans.
62.
Bro,
mine is not. I'm 62.
I'm sitting thinking he's trimming and shit. Excuse me.
I'm 62. I'm 62. So mine, just like this, it ain't. It's only gonna be so much.
I ain't giving 62 at all.
I was born in '56.
That's your question, here, bro. We appreciate you, bro. Do you like? No, and you get that. Here we go, brother. Have you seen the Kanye West interview?
I have.
What are your thoughts on it?
Well, I don't think that he was educated enough to speak on. Not educated enough. I don't think he got the right message across. But I do feel where he was coming from, as far as us having a choice in it, because we did kind of not choose to fight back and not choose to, most people, they fought back and then they was thrown over the ship. And when they got over here, you know what I'm talking about, they ain't fight back. They ain't choose to fight, and they chose to be slaves.
Could it be we don't know about the ones who fought back and survived?
I mean, we do know about some of them. Nate Turner. We know about certain.
I won't tell you never. I won't tell you that. I was actually thinking. Here's the thing though, and this is what's bothered me today. I'm noticing a common trend that people are saying that we're born into the slavery, so the slavery is already there, right? So you have no choice, right? But if there were the case, then how were there always runaways? There were always runaways because someone always made a choice that I don't want to do this shit no more.
This is not me.
Which is a choice. And the people that stayed chose not to run away.
Live comfortably in
so they chose slavery.
Yeah.
But only because they made the decision to choose slavery, we are descendants of those people.
I'm not saying whether it was a right or wrong choice. I'm saying yes, it was a choice.
I was one of them niggas that ran away. They tried to get me, but I wasn't going.
That's all I'm saying. It was a choice. That's all. I'm not saying he was right. I'm not saying nothing else was right. Or it was a good choice or bad choice. He just made a choice.
We can agree to disagree.
Hey, we can always do that,
because
I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, that's that old back in the school laying down to the master type shit. We ain't going for that. They try to come over here with all that, man. We gonna have to fight back. Period. I mean, regardless.
That today, people say they'll fight back and they'll do this, but you know what I mean? Like if you was really in that situation, because even if you think about what's going on in Libya right now, they putting people in slavery, some people right now, and them people is 2018, them people not fighting back.
But if you no, time out. I want to disagree with.
Them ain't our people though.
Time out. I want to disagree with that. I do disagree on one level.
They're people of color.
Time out.
Ain't no people of color.
Only on one level here is what they often don't show as they don't really show as often they have truckloads of those people that are dead that they carrying away because they still not going. They not going. They are fighting. The ones that you get to see chained up are the ones who gave up. The one that's in a truck or the one that got away because they do fight, bro.
Even if you deal with the slave trade, we had nations of black people that died to the last person couldn't breathe no more. They fought back. So it was people who fought back.
Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely.
Totally.
And I'm definitely one of those. I'm definitely one of them rebels, man.
But I heard somebody say though, if you here,
in his mind state,
you are a descendant of somebody who probably
didn't do it. I mean, I ain't got nothing to do with what my ancestors did.
We are descendants of those who didn't fight.
Now here's the thing.
What I know and the knowledge that I've gained over the years and the stuff and the knowledge that I've gained over the history of it, I'm not bowing down to it. That's the people.
Because you already know the outcome. We already know the outcome. So we know that even if we bow down, it's gonna be hell.
That's fine.
So even
and I'd rather, like they said on Black Panther, on Black Panther, I'd rather, you know what I'm talking about, die than be, you know what I'm talking about, trying to be in bondage in this world, G. Because it's not our ancestors thought, you know what I'm talking about, that the bondage in this world, G, that was slavery. That's slavery mentality. You know what I'm talking about? And we ain't trying to have that. We ain't for none of that no more. That's over with.
Sure though?
I'm
sure?
positive.
Let me ask you. Here's the reason why I asked how you sure. What kind of shoes are you wearing?
I'm wearing Jordans.
So think about the chains. The chains are not all physical, brother.
Yeah, it's not.
So when we talking about slavery, we got to look at it. The worst part of slavery is the mind.
Yeah.
See, because they used to give you a last name, right? Mm-hmm. Now you buy your slave name because what you wear is your master. You got to work for it, don't you? You got to work to get the money to buy it. That make it as your master. So slavery never changed. They just took the chains away, and now you get to choose your slavery. It's nice meeting you, brother.
I mean, that's kind of you too, man. That's kind of true. At the same time, it's not, because you know what I'm saying. That's what our surrounding is. That's what it is in our surrounding. It ain't like we got King Tut or they shoes and all that other stuff.
They have a choice to go buy something without a name brand.
I mean, we do, but
that's where the choice lies. You see, the slavery is peer pressure. The slavery is peer approval. The slavery is self-esteem. See, they found a way to take the chain away from being on the outside to being on the inside, and that's what slavery is for 400 years. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So with that statement of saying we'll fight it, but how when you can't see it nowadays? The worst slavery is the one when you think you're free. Like an electric collar on your dog's neck. He don't see the gates, but he can only run so far. And if you're free, then why do you need a driver's license? Why do you need a passport? If you're free, you're a free man, then go to another country without paperwork.
I mean, that's kind of true to an extent, but
even the rules enslave you. Even the rules
gotta follow
enslave
the rules of which even even in the Bible they got rules and stuff.
Rules of the Bible. I get you. And that's slavery too.
I mean, so you saying that our God was saying that we slaves?
I'm not saying our God said nothing. I'm saying the Bible. No. Separate.
The Bible.
I didn't say
written by Shakespeare.
Yeah, I'm talking about. Now he's talking about that reconstructed.
That's all. I said that's the only Bible. That's the Bible.
The Hebrew Bible.
The other one wouldn't be called the Hebrew Bible,
yeah,
brother.
I'm saying though.
So whether it's the
they converted it all.
or the King James version, it's the part about it. Yeah, they don't, because you know that Bible you're talking about.
That's still converted.
The
King James version converted to English.
Hear the part.
It ain't rooted in English.
Hear the part. Exactly. In the Hebraic text, it's still in the Hebraic text. The Pibby, this part that we getting from the Anglo-Saxon, be it the Anchor, the Naive, which is Jehovah's Witness, the King James version, and you may have another version come out depending on this last version, Shakespeare's writ. These are the parts that has been taken and reversed psychologically. So the part about this in this new day era, the so-called mental slave, and the part about where we're considered, I don't want to say chattel, but as a corporation, it's considered. So then you carry yourself in that manner of an entity as a corporation.
Sovereign.
We take back, sovereignty. Indentured servitude is what the scriptures say: a man don't work, you don't eat. A lot of this that's dealing with this modern society had been taken from our ancestry. You know what I'm saying? That curse of Ham, and in reference to with the Hebrews for worshiping the calf, there's a level of deception there. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that they was forsaken. You know what I'm saying? It was to the part to where it was put in darkness. He was given 6,660 years. And that last 1,000 years of reign, either or before in choosing the Almighty, Yahshua, Yahweh Adil, Shah Rastafari, is putting it to the part to where we are conquering lions of the tribe of Judah. So when you do look at that scripture, understand that it does have its mankind's writ for the control of humanity. So when it does put it to that system, you know, you do read it, but it don't. You
gotta know the change.
Yeah,
you gotta know the change.
Yes, that's what I want. That's what I wanted to get to, the contradictions, because you'll decipher it. Do you not know that you're not supposed to read just the Bible? We are taught to read all of the scriptures. Yeah. We're taught to read all of the scriptures.
But if it was converted, why would you read it though? If it was
now you take it back to your original language, the dialect.
You must
always take it back to that. I want to talk, because I hear you.
I got you. But
when you do,
let me say this one part though. You gotta know the enemy's playbook. You gotta know what the enemy uses against you.
That we use.
You have to know that, because you have to know what they're using on you.
The psychological effect of it is the knowledge of ourselves. This is the subconscious effect that was done in reference to the middle passage. Everything that was done physiologically, psychologically, was to reverse the ideology of who we are from then to now. You know what I'm saying? Suppressing from you can say kings and queens, but from gods to dogs. So when you do take into consideration what parts, this is for him. This is who we're dealing with. It's Anglo-Saxon. It's his writ, but he had the writ for it, because there was a savior sent to each nation, but there was only one. So we all know him as Selassie. So as we know him as Haile Selassie, his imperial majesty, then it takes it apart to where they took all of this and reversed it and put it to their use. They took the knowledge of ourselves, our ancestry, our science, and they put it to their genealogy. To where in this current day and time, they're looking to wipe it out. So as we, like right here, as we discussing this, we stand more erect than the pyramids of Giza, the Gaza Strip. We stand more hereditary in prone position of the salat that the Sphinx does. You can take into Islam, but you understand that when they say Allah, who are they talking to? So when I was telling my queen this, you know what I'm saying, earlier, when we're dealing with the Elohim, that's when we take it into the script of the writ. In our lessons, it teaches us what these alphabets mean. In our lessons, as 5%, yes, I'm a God body. It takes us into the numbers, the alphanumeric. So then you're knowing this. Yeah, like he was saying with the Straw Man Act, everything that deals with your social and your name, the IDs and so forth, you take and you use it, but you take them tools and now you reverse it on them. Establish that. We got more individuals out here that want to be rappers. They want to be rappers and stuff instead of engineers, teachers, doctors, scientists. You see what I'm saying? They want to the fashionable aspect of it. Because as an entrepreneurial artist coming from Chicago, known as DSAP, aka Knowledge Wise, it's like to the part to where they don't give you the knowledge of yourself in these books. It's not taught. It's not taught.
That's what I'm saying. Like how
plug your Facebook.
Oh, yo, DSAP.
Bunch of bonds in the building, y'all. So we ain't in the building today. We out here on 95th Street. It's beautiful.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Loving this good weather in Chicago.
Man, Kanye West. Oh my goodness, what's going on, man? Is the comments he made, the actions he taking? Is he wrong for being with Trump? Is he wrong for saying black people chose to be slaves? What the hell, man? What is
look
wrong
here.
with Kanye?
I think Kanye West is a bigger genius than Martin Luther King. That's how I feel about this, bro. And I'm gonna be honest with you.
You gotta clean it up.
No, I don't gotta clean it up. I don't gotta clean it up. I gotta be real. Because let me explain to you why this is. While Martin Luther King knew the truth, at that time he was willing to risk his life, but there was things he still held back out of safety, right? Well, nowadays it's 2018. There's no question that they killing black people when they feel like it. And Kanye West gives no fucks. And look, there's no question that they will arrest anybody I don't give a fuck who you are, on what level of society that you are on. They don't care. So, with that being said, it's still, to me, it's a bigger risk now than it was a risk back then for a black person to speak the way he's speaking. And he's speaking revolutionary thoughts, honestly, because we're looking at it as racism being our biggest enemy when it's not. Our minds are our biggest enemy. Our minds given to us by racism, true, but it's a shackle that we can break. Let's look at slavery, bro. I don't care if it was 50 years. People talking about 400 years, and now there's a debate about whether it was 400 years or how long it was, bro. If slavery was 50 years, how long you think I'm finna watch my daughter get raped? Like in real life. You got kids, right? I mean, what boy, girl, what do you got, bro?
I got 3 boys, 2 girls.
You got 3 boys, 2 girls. How long you finna watch somebody, it don't matter what nationality they are, same race, different race, come grab your boys and tell them that they gotta fight to death? How long you finna watch them make them fuck their mother, bro? We dying, bro. We fighting to death, bro. And you can say that, well, the mind state at that time, bro, the mind state at that time, I'm talking about at the beginning. When you taking at the beginning, everybody want to look at the fruit of slavery. Let's look at the root of slavery. When you had a choice on that ship, are we gonna make it? We just gonna stay right here? Fuck that. Fuck that, G. There will be no Haiti if everybody just went along with shit. There'll be no Jamaica, bro. There'll be no Bahamas.
When you deal with the interview, right, with the whole interview, see, what everybody is so upset about is the sound bite. But in the whole interview, he's saying mental slavery.
That's the worst kind of slavery, though.
It's a year before. So it wouldn't even be 400 years technically right now. So what I'm saying is,
but he's saying slavery.
If slavery started in 1619.
They enslaved 40 years of slavery?
Yeah, I mean, so that means he's talking about currently.
Yeah, and it is currently.
So if you're not currently in physical bondage, then it's clear that he's not talking about we gotta choosing to be physical slaves. He's saying you a mental slave.
But we gotta first attack the physical slavery part with that, because we gotta understand that physical slavery starts with mental slavery. It starts the moment you give up your fight is when you become a slave, not the moment they capture you, because then you're just kidnapped, you're just captured. You understand what I'm saying? Not the moment they're you're being forced to fucking work. No, that's just forced labor, because otherwise the Chinese were slaves. Otherwise every POW was also in slavery. You understand what I'm saying? Slavery begins the moment you give up freedom for life. That's when slavery really starts. Now we can argue about paperwork or when it's written down, when you're owned. Technically, the moment you quit fighting is the moment you became a slave. Now, right now, how does that translate to mental slavery now? Back then, you got a slave name that's now your last name, right? You still wear it with pride. Mental slavery is stronger than what we think, but let's move past that. Now they don't even give you a slave name anymore. You know what they do? Now you wear your master's clothing. You ever heard of Nike? Brother, what kind of shoes are you wearing right now, bro? Chuck Taylors. Is that Converse? You see, we wear it. That's Nike? I thought, a word? I didn't know I'm old. So you hear what I'm saying? We wear our slave owners now. We go to work for our slave owners. We buy, bro, we go to work, right? Then out of our money that we earn, we pay taxes that in turn is paid for the police to torment us. That's like the lion paying the zookeeper. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, that's the worst kind of slavery when you think you're free. You ever notice how when you let your dog outside, usually when you don't want your dog to fuck up your house, you put him in the yard, right? Okay, what do they take prisoners when they want them to walk around and get exercised? You an animal, bro. Still, 2018, we're animals. I don't gotta even, come on. We take our kids to park to play on what? The monkey bars. Bro, we are slaves. We're slaves to a language. We're slaves to concepts, bro. We're slaves to all of this shit, and we don't pay attention to it.
So why do you think Black America is so upset and offended by Kanye West? What exactly is it?
The truth is, it's just like a guitar, bro. Whenever you pluck a string, it vibrates at both ends. So basically, whenever you touch an emotionally sensitive topic, both the oppressor and the oppressed get in their feelings about it. And that's just how it is.
Okay.
But the thing is, the vibration is not the problem. The pluck is not the problem. The fact that the string exists is the problem. And you blaming the musician. And he just doing his art. What is he dealing? Music? Come on, everything is frequency, everything is vibration. All he's doing is using the other instrument, which is his mouth. And he plucks your string. And now that shit is vibrating. What does vibration cause? Vibration causes agitation. Agitation is the only way you can get laundry clean. You understand what I'm saying? So he's cleaning you with them agitating feelings. You're mad, now you wonder how the fuck is slavery a choice? Die or work? How's that a choice? First of all, die or work is clearly an option. So option is indicative to a choice. So you clearly have a choice. I do this or I die. Right now, if you're a heterosexual man and I pull a gun at you and I say suck this dick or die, that's a choice.
You saying you ain't got no choice though?
I'm saying Black America, our ancestors chose to suck that dick instead of die.
Well, I think that's an ugly way to put it, right? So I think we should be more clear with that, because it was
the truth is ugly.
A bunch of us though that did fight, and so now the question I guess would be, do you believe that fighting back would have ended the black people? The white man would automatically beat us?
Bro, if fighting back would have ended the black people, then Haiti would not exist.
They still here.
The Haitians still here. I mean, because we just had a situation with earthquakes and shit over there, sinkholes and shit. So
they fall back, didn't they?
They fall back until they didn't even try to kill them more. They gave up. They tried to let's strand these motherfuckers right here and let them die of starvation. They motherfuckers don't know the land. And what did they do? What did they do, bro? Not only did they survive, they thrived. They thrived to where Haiti is one of the foundations of American society, because New Orleans was one of our central ports, like New York.
Talking about the Louisiana Trench?
Yes, sir. And understand, all that is influenced by Haiti.
Yeah, Haiti won the war and they had to sell.
You understand what I'm saying, bro? So we look at this and we say, what would have happened if people fought slavery? Well, let's ask the Jews what would happen if they fought slavery. I don't know. Let's ask the Greeks. The Greeks still exist. They may not be on shit as far as a government force, but they still exist, and they're happy. They love it. I mean, they got some of the most beautiful places on earth. They eat the best shit, beautiful women. You understand what I'm saying? They still happy. So what I'm saying is, the moment you give up is the moment you've lost. It's all Kanye was saying. And right now, even now, we gave up. We give up. Bro, you can't go 48 hours without a fucking cell phone, can you? Let's be real. Most people can't.
It's good rough.
Bro, people can't take a shit without a phone, bro. That's a slave. That's a chain.
Is Kanye West being set up for crucifixion?
Man, look.
Are the people basically saying slay him?
Bro, you and I just discussed this, and you made a great point, and I agree with this. If we go to the New Testament of the Bible, the Grimoire, you find that quite a few Jews were upset with Jesus, and quite a few black people are upset with Jesus. So I'm just saying, let's think about it. When every time a radical free thought approaches, it's always met with opposition. even for the people that they're trying to free.
People arguing against the fact or the idea that Kanye is free thinking. They saying he not free thinking. He repeating spiritualist or white people's talking points, spirituality. He into spirituality and love everything, and it ain't no love out here. And so that's what a lot of people say about that. Is he really free thinking?
The question is not that either. I mean, and that's a good question. I'm not gonna lie to you. But even if he is regurgitating another person's rhetoric, it's not wrong. You know, validation and peer approval to me is bullshit. Only because the peers have approved a bunch of wrong shit.
Right.
So that shows you validation does not equal truth. How you feel about something does not equal truth. The only thing that equals truth is truth. And if the fact is 400 years is a long time to be mentally enslaved, 400, matter of fact, bro, 40 years is a long time to be oppressed and okay with it. Right now, the police can shoot black people, bro, and it's okay. We might bitch and cry to the motherfucking shit, but we don't argue, we don't stop going to work because we don't want to fuel that machine that pays that money because our taxes pay them. We don't want to stop fueling that machine. So we're doing the same thing. He's telling the truth. We're mentally enslaved, and we are our own gatekeepers. Bro, there are more guns in civilians' hands than police hands. So our minds are our gatekeepers. Now, I'm not saying to go shoot no police. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that you have the right to defend yourself from anybody.
Natural law.
Natural law. So with that being said, if you're not fighting back, bro, if right now the police come and snatch your wife up, they snapping her around, if you do nothing, you just chose slavery. And I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. Fear is a very real thing, but fear is the #1 tool of an oppressor. Fear. How about this? The Bible is all fear. Do this or go to hell. The government is all fear. Do this or go to jail. Do this or die. Every industry is about fear. Even fashion, do this or you don't fit in. So the only chain is really fear. But what is that a fear except for the fear? Because I don't give a fuck about what I'm wearing. I got this shit at a Goodwill, brother. I look good because I'm me. I look good because I'm a son of the sun. Right. If that's not enough, man, fuck you.
Hold on, man. Is this a Chicago perspective, man?
It could be.
Same way.
It could. You know what it is?
And like, is this people from Chicago? Like Kanye gets called a narcissist, and because he kind of feel that way too about himself. If you listen to that Charlamagne video,
he even called himself a narcissist. But you know what? That's because he let somebody label him. Because let me explain to you, bro. A narcissist is a person that loves themselves too much, right?
Don't go too far. Don't go off the top.
No. I'm not going off. I'm staying with the topic. A fucking narcissist is a person that loves themselves too much. How can you do such a thing?
That's what I want to know.
How can you do such a thing?
Are you asking me? Because I can't.
I'm asking whoever listening to this. How can you not love yourself, G? I don't give a fuck if I shit on myself. I'm not finna feel embarrassed. This is my shit. And this shit has the opportunity to come out of me. Right. Are you serious?
Are you serious right now?
This shit should be on eBay right now. Motherfuckers is tripping. And if you don't love yourself to that level, it's not. You can call it a Chicago thing, but let me tell you what why it's a Chicago feeling anyway. Because steel sharpens steel. And pressure makes diamonds. Period. And we are always in a pressure cooker, bro. And that's the truth. Now you have some people who are weeded out. People are weeded out in weakness. People, I'm not gonna start naming names and talking shit, but people weed themselves out in various ways. Some people rise far above it. They go to college and move on. Or they explore industry, or they just explore themselves and find themselves in business, whatever. But fuck it, if you here and you make it here, you understand what I'm saying? I mean, bruh, look. Self-confidence is confidence in yourself. The key word is con. That mean if it ain't true, you gotta make it true. And that's what we do with fashion. Con is the king. The root of that is con. So confidence started with Kanye.
I guess we're gonna end it like that. Hey, how let the people know how they can get with you?
Man, look, you can follow me on YouTube at Robert M. Barnes. Look, Major Barnes, either one, look me up, I'm there. Or on fucking Facebook, Robert Barnes, same difference. Talk to me.
If you have questions that you would like to ask the streets, contact us at AskTheStreetsMedia
@gmail.com. Don't forget to subscribe. Hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching.